Okay, I think this thing is working now. Let's see. Well, I can't get it off the screen, but hello. Welcome to the stream, I guess. Miss Nips here. So this is a little bit of a different thing from what I normally do. Um, as you can see in the description, I've pretty much laid out what this topic is going to be about. I don't normally post about these kinds of things, but um, I've been noticing a lot of things that worry me a little bit about this fandom and where it's going. Specifically, I guess there's this new controversy going on, or whatever, however you want to put it, between some of the more popular people within the fandom. And I don't understand where things are going. It doesn't make sense to me, the kinds of things that we're seeing. If I can get it out of the screen, I can bring up what I'm talking about. Specifically, I was going to show a video from another oh god, why is it red? I don't know. But I was going to bring up another video from someone that I follow within the fandom that kind of explains their side of things. However, I can't get it off of this screen. It's worrisome, and I reach out to anybody. It doesn't have you don't even have to be in the fandom, but if you have friends or whatever, or you're just interested in the topic, feel free to leave a comment or something, and I'll hit you up and we can have a discussion. That's what I'm looking for. I'm kind of hoping this gets the attention of the other people involved with this problem. That way, they see that more people are paying attention than they might think. And like I say in the description, I don't mean to bash or cause more drama. I just want to shed some light from my perspective on the whole situation. I don't necessarily understand what's going on. However, sorry, I'm checking the stream, see if it's really decent. So let me see if I can get the screen up. I don't own any of the content that's being shown. Throw that out there. The video that I'm going to put up here is from Meliminus's channel. And it's his explanation of his side of what's going on. Again, I don't own any of this at all. It's something that I want to share. With you, if I can get it to do what I want it to do. Which I can't, apparently. So I'll just watch the stream just to make sure that it's doing what it's supposed to. I only have one screen. I can't just look at another screen like, oh, okay, it's doing what it's supposed to. I have to flip back and forth. However, it's not showing what I need it to. So, we need to remove that. It shows my cursor moving all about, so you know what's going on there. It's not showing what I need it to. So add display capture. Okay, so we're just gonna do this. Wabuski. Okay. So that works. We can do that. So here we go. Again, this is Moliminus's video. I had nothing to do with this video other than I watched it and I didn't understand it. And we're going to delve a little more into what he's talking about. Just kind of unravel it a little more. And so I can give my perspective on it. And if you guys want to give your perspective as well, feel free to do so. This is an open discussion. It's not just me ranting. It's going to try to do an open discussion with this over the next several days. Without any further ado, we'll end this video.
People in this fandom talk a lot about horse fame, with the whole recent events with KP. A lot of the times, the blame gets thrown on YouTubers like myself or anyone else who's even remotely popular. But there's the thing. This horse fame boogeyman, it's real, but it's not with these YouTubers. It's not with Mando, it's not with me, it's not with KP, it's with the show staff themselves. Because over the course of just a few days, I've been threatened multiple times by Nightmare Nights and Sibsy herself over a tweet sent in response to Biggest Jim saying fuck all the fans. Now, I can handle being blocked, that's whatever, I don't care about that. What I do care about is someone using their status to say that, hey, if you don't act a certain way with show staff or you don't tweet a certain way to show staff, maybe something happens to your channel. And they talk about how easy it is for them to take down my channel. Now, Savern is a person that I've followed for many years. I have followed his podcast, Nodcast. He's been on my podcast before. And so when he reacted this way, essentially to a joke tweet that was in response to one of his fellow podcasters saying that I had autism in 3 different tweets, I thought it was just friendly banter. Savern then has me blocked on his account, the Nightmare Nights account. His co-chair threatens to about how easy it'd be for my channel to be taken down in the midst of a conversation that had nothing to do with it. And then Savern repeatedly says if I do something regarding exposing, telling anyone what he's doing, then he'll do, quote unquote, something to me. And that was really the point where I realized how many people is this happening to, where these con staffs or even other just normal fans are trapped in this mob mentality where they're attacking other people if they even dare criticize the people who make the show, because they're apparently above being criticized. When someone's telling them, when someone's saying fuck the fans, and then they're excluding all males from the demographic, which was not Lauren's original vision, I think my little jab was not the problem. When Sibsy's attacking a person who's apologizing if they even potentially offended her, my tweet's not the problem. This mob mentality that's going around regarding the show staff, regarding just how they're untouchable, how they're unapproachable, how they're completely free of fault in any situation is horrible. Because even the co-chair of Nightmare Nights said that Sibsy's response was equally bad as mine, which I don't even agree with. But in that case, he only blocked me, and then he told me that I needed to make special cases for show staff. When people are running these cons and they're telling me if I don't act a certain way, if I say something that they're going to do something to my livelihood, that is not something that I let slide. I understand a lot of show staff are great. And yes, I also understand they get a lot of criticism, so do I. But that's the name of the game. When you're putting out content, you're going to get criticized. You're going to get berated. People are simply just not going to like you because you're popular, because you even get a little bit of views. People are just not going to like you because they don't want to like you. But that doesn't give you the ability to say that I'm above criticism now because I made MLP, or because I work on MLP, or because I worked on MLP. This mob mentality that's following these people that are really the only reason why they have these massive egos is toxic, and it needs to be addressed. Cons that bend over backwards for these people at the point of saying screw our attendees, screw the fandom, it's all about them, need to be addressed. This shady activity, which you can find all the DMs of this entire conversation in a paste bin, if that's how they're acting with me, then I can't conceive of how they're acting with smaller accounts. Because when you see someone who owns Nightmare Nights coming up to you and saying, hey, if you don't act a certain way, maybe something happens to you. And you have no clout, you have no voice in the fandom. Or not a very large one, because I think this fandom has done a great job of allowing small people to be able to actually voice their opinions and be heard on serious issues. I think this is something that needs to be addressed. This is a problem. It needs to be addressed. I didn't want to make this. I tried for a day, a couple of hours straight of just trying to get in contact with him, and all I got were veiled threats and half-hearted apologies. This is an issue that's probably well above this fandom. I see it everywhere. And I know it's not going to go away from one video. I know it's not going to go away from 100 videos. I know it's not going to go away from 100,000 videos. But I cannot just stay silent. I can't not address this. When someone's telling me if I speak, they'll do something to me, then I'm going to speak. Because I'd rather die than bite my tongue. And that might sound extreme to you guys, but YouTube is my job. And whether it was something in YouTube or a normal job or even just in life, I'm not going to let someone try to bully me into not speaking my mind, to bully me into censoring myself. I don't care if I'm banned from every con and every horse famous show staff suddenly hates me, or every horse fame brony disowns me and says that I'm no longer part of the fandom. I wouldn't even care if this video got 1,000 dislikes, because I can't just not say anything when it comes to this. And I can't stay quiet. I tried. I honestly did. I had an entire video recorded. I scrapped it because I didn't want to do this. I had other stuff to do. I wanted to let this go, but repeatedly being threatened by the con head, and then him saying how he doesn't mind fighting dirty. That's what he said. He said he doesn't mind fighting dirty. And then he tried to say that this isn't related to him in a post where he's talking about the shithead YouTuber that he just blocked. This needs to be addressed, honestly. And I know this isn't as probably rage-inducing or angry and loud as you guys may have thought it would have been. But this is one of the few times where I don't have a persona and that I'm coming to you guys genuinely, because this is cringy, as weird as it sounds, actually hurts me. This was one of the guys that I grew up watching. This was probably one of the guys who inspired me to start making videos. Him, Two Stints, Furcast, all of them. And to have one of them just literally threatening you over a joke after his friend was insulting you first, and I took those comments in stride. I thought they were hearted banter, but apparently no, they were being serious. But even though they're being serious, apparently my joke was the most offensive thing. Offensive enough to threaten me multiple times. This video has already been 9 minutes. And I think it's time to end it. I honestly don't know how to end it though. And I'll just leave you with what I've been saying. I know it won't be stopped by one video, but I think it needs to be addressed, and I think it really does need to be addressed. I don't think there will be any ads on this video. I don't want to profit from this video, and I'm sure people will use that as a thing to dilute my message. So, I just want a conversation, and that's it.
Okay. So now that we've seen that, and it's still going in my that, but now that we've seen that, I wanted to then throw some attention to the paste bin that was provided. And I mean, Meliminis, I agree with you. I mean, I have no involvement in this situation. I had just hopped onto YouTube and saw your latest video and grabbed it and was like, huh, okay. So, I mean, people are paying attention even if they don't have anything to do with the situation. Other people will speak out for you. Other people will carry this on even if you don't want to. And that's my message to you. Now, this is the paste bin that he was talking about in his video. It's pretty lengthy. It looks like it goes over the course of a couple of days. It's over the course of a few days, it looks like. And from what I can see, it looks like it starts out as just a friendly conversation. It looks like it started out as, talking about Reddit and whatnot, and now moving into the third line, moving into someone coming out and talking about a joke that was made, which, yeah, I mean, jokes are jokes, and sometimes they offend people and sometimes they don't. I myself have experience with both sides of that sword. For people that have been with me, subscriber-wise, throughout the years, and people who've known me outside of YouTube, have an idea of how I look at a lot of things. And when I first saw the situation, I thought, oh, okay, it's someone threw some satire and someone got offended and blew up about it. And that's pretty much what it looks like. From Meliminis' explanation and the things that he provided in that video, plus this, it really looks like is just someone made a joke. And he showed some Twitter things, and I'll attempt to pull those up if they're even still there. Let's see, can I search? They've changed this a lot, but I'll even pull up the Twitter feeds if I can. And see if I can pull up what he was talking about, because Okay. I don't normally get into things like this, so this is kind of new for me. If I'm not involved in a situation, I normally won't get involved. However, I feel the same way that Molim does about um, how it wasn't just his him being attacked; it was his job. Um, and I don't know if this is referring um, to um, the situation or not. But this looks like the last date of the transcript from Pastebin, October the 11th. This says 10:10, and it goes into 10:11. It looks like as of here, it becomes 10:11 on the 111th line of the transcript. And yeah, that's after everything, from what I can gather. Someone else has put out. Some other people have been commenting on the issues as well. I'm just gonna delve into him a little bit. Okay, he speaks an entirely different language. Can't even read what he was talking about. I'm gonna scroll back down again. I would have had all of this ready, um, but I didn't think I was gonna pull up the Twitter stuff at all. Um, yeah. This is more from. Uh, yeah, this is what I'm looking for. The stuff that they're talking about here. Um, between Nightmare Nights and all of them. I got Scope even coming out and saying things will be over after closing ceremonies on the 23rd. So I guess BronyCon is coming up soon. But like, um, it looks like some people are coming out and saying things about it already, about certain things. Um, I'm gonna pull up. I'm gonna try to pull up the things that were shown to us. Um, okay, so even this. He's even commenting on the other people that have spoken up about this. I know I'm getting to this about 8 days later. However, I still feel as though it was worth putting something out there. I don't want to make this stream extremely long. I know that I've already gone into 25 minutes. I didn't mean to go that long, but I plan on going a little bit longer. This is going to be one of my longer ones. My rants will probably be the longer ones. This will be the first thing in my Snips Rants about random bullshit series, I guess. However, I'm more opening it towards hoping that other people will see this and want to spark a bigger conversation. I know that a conversation's been sparked already, judging by this here. Um, and I'd honestly like to reach out and have discussions with the people that are directly involved with this. Um, you know, between uh, Meliminis and the others, I'd like to sit down with some of them as well, and just to get a judge for their character and to have a similar discussion as to where things are going and how these things are coming about. I don't mean to be delving into these things as much as I am. However, um, however, um, I do feel like it's needing to be noted. That's on random. like more here. I guess as I look further into this, I don't know if. Oh, okay. This is what I'm looking for. Okay, this is what I'm looking for. Um, Bob has 2 letters to answer. Disco family drafted. We're going to hold them. Guess not. Um, I guess this is from after he posted that video. Um, but like, I don't. In my opinion, even if I was in the situation, I would simply say, look, let them sue me because I don't have anything that they can legally sue me over. I mean, let's pull up Molim's channel for a moment. Um, yeah, so let's pull up Moliminis's channel for a moment. Um, he does theory videos. He does none of this is things that they can sue over. There's no there's no copyrighted content. And if there is, then the way it's being used doesn't fall under the issues. Um, I mean, I see other theorist YouTubers that are taking clips from episodes and taking entire episodes entirely and displaying them. And I don't see that here. Just scroll through some of this stuff here. Um, he's not taking any copyrighted content and using it outside of copyright standards. So there would be really nothing to sue over except for maybe slander on certain things. But he does nothing different than what, let's say, the Brony Notion does. Let's bring up the Brony Notion for a moment here. His videos are no different than Notion's videos. You know, Music, theories, analysis of episodes. Um, there's no difference in what these two creators focus their channels on. So if I was having to deal with this situation um, directly, if I was in Meliminis's shoes, this is a point that I would bring up. I would say there's really nothing that they can sue me over unless they're going to bring the entire community of YouTubers that make this content under the same flag. But I highly doubt that anyone would do that. I think Hasbro um, I think that Hasbro would lose a lot of support and would lose a lot of the things that keeps MLP going as if they were to attempt something on that large of a scale. Now, I'm not saying that they're not still going to attempt to target a YouTuber because I've seen them do it before. However, they haven't done a channel on this scale. Put up Meliminis again. I mean, I guess they could say something about Meliminis Theater, but after the episode streams, he changes the content of what is shown. But like, there is nothing anywhere to say that he is doing something wrong in Hasbro's eyes. I mean, he's not doing anything different than what Candid Cream or Brony Notion or the bigger theorists out there are doing. And you just saw it. I just showed you his channel and another channel that have to do similar content. So I'm not speaking out of my ass on that one. I've given my evidence to my claim on that. I mean, I've seen the only YouTube channels I've seen Hasbro go after are the ones that have the episodes up. And like the new ones. They don't go after the old ones much anymore. But like the new ones, like the people who will post the latest episode the night it airs or the day after, or so on and so forth. Just they have every right to do. However, that's a discussion for a different rant, I would guess. You know, I see Meliminis getting a lot of support. I don't want, like I keep saying, I don't want to throw drama into this. I don't want to throw things at this. But I don't think we're going to be able to pull the October 10th. Oh, this is further than the 10th. This goes even further back. Okay, I'm seeing posts from the 9th. Goes even further back than that. Then that transcript that we have here. This is just those last couple of days. This goes back 10 days in the past. And as to the people of BronyCon, I don't see. I mean, I see where you're coming from as far as taking the joke the wrong way. However, I don't think that banning someone that is popular within the community would be the right choice to make. I also don't think that it would be a choice that you really can make. I mean, I don't know how cons work. I don't know how those tie into different things. But I don't think that I honestly do not think that the con would be able legally be able to tell someone, no, you can't come in, unless they were causing an issue and were already inside. I think legally, if Meliminis wanted to buy a ticket and walk in, he would have absolutely every right to do so. So being banned from the con, I don't think is something he's going to have to worry about. You know, I don't. Okay, now we start to see the things from October 10th that he was putting up. And honestly, I worry about where this fandom is going. I mean, this fandom was built on uh, tolerance and accepting one another, and not. This is not what the fandom is. This is the opposite of what the fandom was founded for, and was the values it was founded with. I don't. It worries me. And if you guys have any other input that you want to put in, or anything you want to add to this discussion, feel free to do so. Um, I've been doing at this for about 40 minutes now, and I think it's time for me to um, hand it on over. Um, however, I did want to discuss this paste.
Okay, send it
Fuck
over.
you. A little more. Um, you know, I guess the term fur fag's been thrown around and whatnot. I just this doesn't. As I unravel this a little more, it literally looks like someone made a joke, was taken the wrong way, and now the people that have taken it the wrong way are using their status with the con, which is coming up in the next couple of days. Um, you know, it's using that as a way to scare uh, someone, I guess, as our horse fame status goes, someone lower in that status. Now I'm at the very bottom of this status. Um, this is the first time I've said anything about this fandom on my channel, um, and the only reason why I'm speaking out about it, and I know I'm getting a little lengthy here, I didn't want to get this long. For those of you that have stayed this long, I appreciate you. Thumbs up, you know. But I wanted to speak out about this, and I wanted to make this known because of the fact that it ties into the free speech, and it ties into the the bullying that goes on. You know, I'm not gonna pull out a thing about, like the the bullying channels and whatnot, like some other people do. Because I see channels like Leafy is here and um, the couple others that do the things that he does. They do it to be comical, but that's again another discussion. Um, but this, from what I'm seeing here, is not that kind of satire. Um, and the things I see here and the things that I've shown, it looks like it looks to me like this is a serious thing, and they're attacking Moliminus because of a joke that he had said. Granted, furfag isn't normally a joking term that is used a lot, as far as the parts of the internet that I've been in, um, and I've been everywhere. I don't normally see that as a thing that's brought up in a joking matter. However, from what I'm looking at, and the things that we've been presented, that we can look at, it looks like someone made a joke and was taken the wrong way, and now this entire snowball effect has taken over, and we're now at the point we are now where it's this huge big issue going 10 days out, at least. Because from what I can see, the situation started on October 9th, and it's now the 19th, and it's still relevant in the community. It's still a talking point. It's still something that people are focusing on. Now, like I said, I've been at this for about 45 minutes. And for those of you that have stayed around this long, I thank you. I'm going to make this a few different parts because there's a lot more that I want to put in. This today was just to look at the things that we've been presented and to get a conversation sparked. I am going to share the link to this in the comments of the channels involved with this, Moliminus and the con and whatnot, to see if I can get a conversation sparked with somebody. I really want to get a conversation going with someone about this. And I feel that Moliminus wanted the same thing at first. But he's even come out and said that like he didn't want all of this. We see that here and we see that on his Twitter feed. The last thing I see was post about it was on the 11th, so I know I'm about 8 days late, 9 days late. But it was something that I saw and I couldn't just let it go. The next part that we're going to have on this, it will be either released later today or tomorrow. As you can see, I do all of my videos through a live stream feature. I use open broadcasting software and whatnot. And this is how I do my videos. Yeah, I've been at this for about 46 minutes now. And I think it's time to sign off for this part. For the person that's been watching this entire time, I thank you. For the people that will see this later on and have stuck around until this point, I'd like to thank you as well. Again, we'll have another thing come out later on, either later on today or tomorrow or within the next couple of days. Because this is a topic that there's a lot more that can be discussed and a lot more that can be delved into than what we've done today. So with that, I'm out. See y'all next time. Bye-bye.